So many projects going on right this second. There's the truck bed trailer project. Here's the Z71 project. On the trailer, pallet projects. And look at these tires. We gotta get some tires mounted. Is that more than 2 tires? Whoops, we thought it was 2, it's actually 3. And we got 6 supercrosses. 6 of them, that's a bonus. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? Three more triangle tires. I am right here in the backyard with Colonel Craftsman and with the poo line, and I'm trying to get rid of all my turf tires. That's going to look good on there. Those are called Wandas. Those are a little bit shorter, 20s versus 18s. These are a little taller, 16s versus 18s. And on back of the zero turn, those are 18s, all the same. Found a guy with a lot of tires, and I've got, I think, 17 tires from him so far, trading mowers and whatnot. And then Troy has turfs, but I don't have any 6-inch turfs, so either got to find some 8-inch wheels or some 6-inch something. It's gonna be hard to find. And there's Moto if you're wondering. He don't have turf tires. He's good. So I'll start with these two. I don't know if I want to do this one first, that one first. Flip a coin. Tire swap time, and the Colonel decided to go first. He volunteered. One problem, when I turn it this way, can you see that spindle? That's as far as it'll turn. When I turn it the other way, it goes so far it hits the little peg. So it seems like every mower is getting new ATV tires and Troy's getting left out. So I got Troy some gray valve stem caps. They match the wheels. And I picked up 3 black ones off of Troy for the other mowers. Now I gotta get these valve stems, one of these valve stems in the Colonel Craftsman wheel. The old Sears tires had tubes. These are getting new valve stems. Time to air them up. Oh, and they got a fresh coat of paint too. That makes it look like a stretched out mower. Anyway, I got the front 2 tires mounted. I got the wheels painted. One of the boys said those were going to look dumb, but to me, I like them. They look a lot better than a turf tire. An old dry rotted turf tire. I gotta get them on. So just the other day, I had a company sent me this PO Box 680 press type quick release grease coupler. I'll try it. Colonel Craftsman's gonna need some grease anyway. Be a great time to test it. What they really need to do is send me some love bug repellent, maybe some love bug birth control. I would smear it all over the car windshield too. Might better tell them to send me a new wire brush. This one's getting used up. Love bug spray and a wire brush. That was easy. The only catch on these bigger, more perfect tires, I guess that was a pun, they catch on that bracket. That bracket's going to be coming off, then we'll go for a test drive. I love them. Like magic, that bracket is gone. There it is, laying on the floor. I can turn the tire so far now to hit the frame. But I'm not going to cut the frame out. I'm going to leave the frame under there. Right here with Colonel Craftsman, and I'm loving the front tires. They're on, they're ready to go. Now when I turn the steering, this tire touches the frame. That's good and sharp. That's actually too sharp. If I turn it the other way, that is all the way. It's about 2.5 inches from the frame. So I'm thinking, pull the steering loose here, drill a new hole there, and try again. That should make it a little more fair. There is the steering arm with the new hole. I gotta put the other nut back on, and we'll go take for a test drive. On the steering stick, it goes really good that way, and pretty good this way. A lot better than it was. I'll live with it. I am right here with the Colonel, and I want to finish that military look with a shovel and an axe mounted on the side. I've got this conduit holder. That'll be good for the shovel. And for the hatchet, don't know yet. I'll figure something out. Maybe a bolt in that hole. I don't know. We'll see. Quick solution, I've got this piece of a board. It's going to go back behind this slot. This screw goes through the slot, holding this bracket in place. The bracket holds the shovel in place. Quick and easy. Bracket is in place. I need to get a wing nut to go on that bolt right there. This end, there's a bolt head holding that part of the shovel. I think it'll stay. I need to get some army green paint and maybe some varnish for the wood. And then we got to work on the axe. I now have the shovel and the brackets sanded up, cleaned up, and ready to be painted. I just did some trading for this Craftsman. I got a LTS 2000 Craftsman. It says 19.5 horse, but it's really a 21 horse. The engine has been replaced. Got a pull start already on. I'm gonna put a battery in it. Anyway, the wheels are not the same color. I gotta find me some gray for these back, or I could do cream on front and back. I think I'm gonna start by giving it a good wash. See what we've got. I gotta find a key for it. Key and a battery, it should run. Let me show you the one I traded for this. The Barefoot Mechanic has started stripping it down. It's just like Colonel Craftsman, just not painted army green. Oh, and it's a Kohler instead of a Briggs. Runs good. And I think he's going to put the tires off of Colonel, these 12-inch Dunlops, 12 by 25s. I think he's planning on putting those on there. And after a quick wash, this is what it looks like. Up next, I got to make a decision. Do I want to keep the gray, the stock wheels? Do I want to go with the cream colored? Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. And you can pick a totally different color. I'll count the votes. We could do red, we could do flat black. I don't care. If I like it and it's got the most votes, we'll do it. I gotta go back to the Colonel Craftsman. I just painted the shovel green. We're gonna get it mounted. The shovel is now painted, mounted, it's in place, it's on tight. I gotta decide on the axe. I think the axe might go right where it is. Make some kind of bracket that holds it on here. And the head, I don't know what color to do it. Maybe clear coat it, clean it up and clear coat it. I'm gonna go look online and see what other Army Jeeps have. Might be time for a test drive. Okay, on mounting the hatchet, what I've come up with, I'm gonna mount it this way. When I Google it, all the Army Jeeps usually have it this way, but it's only gonna work for me going this way. Who knows, maybe they've been doing it wrong all these years. So the shovel holds the handle, and this flat strap, this hurricane strapping, it's gonna come from underneath that flap down to this bolt. Piece of cake. I usually use this hurricane strapping when I do pulley swaps. That holds your belt in place, new belt guides. Pleasantly surprised, I went and did 2 bends in the vise. and the hole is going to line up with the bolt. That does not always happen. And there we have it, they're both mounted. Let's do the shake test. They're not going anywhere. I have some old hitches laying around the garage. I don't know what this one came off of, or that one. This one came off my old 69 Camaro, my first car. Anyway, I'm thinking of making a back bumper for Colonel Craftsman. I don't see a whole lot of mud mowers with back bumpers. And I got a ammo can that might go here. Be nice if I could find a jerry can. I'll keep you updated on this little part. This is kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. Cut that end off on a 90-degree angle. Mount that on the back, paint it army green. I've got the 90 marked. In a few minutes, this will be ready for the Colonel's back bumper. Looking good. This is what I've got so far. I think my next step, I'm gonna pull all this junk off that's been bolted on, and I gotta get two pieces that go horizontally back to the rear end. Won't be long now. On Colonel Craftsman's rear bumper slash hitch, this is where I'm at. I've got it where it's gonna fit an ammo can, but I need to cut off about 3 inches. I hate to cut this classic 69 Camaro hitch, but I'll never have another 69 Camaro. They're too expensive. Anyway, if I cut off about 3 inches, drill a hole here, this bolt would go through where that bolt hole is. My angle iron goes up here. I've got some galvanized flat strap from that bolt up there. Drill and put a bolt through here. Do the same thing on the other side. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts, and we're done. Hitch update, the cut has been made, the hole has been drilled. If we look at the specs, we can do 1,000 pounds max load or tongue 100 pounds. Draw Tight Company, Belleville, Michigan, 69 Camaro. Bumper update, I just came back from the grinder, from the drill press. Everything's cut, everything's drilled. I gotta clean it, paint it, bolt it together, and this baby is done. Everything is now all cleaned up and ready for a coat of paint. There we go. Everything has now been painted. It's lunchtime. After lunch, we'll bolt it all on. Pull it out in the sun and take some pictures. And here is the artist Daisy with no spaces doing a time lapse. I think she said it was Gandalf. I'll leave a link to her channel right here. It is now right after lunch. The paint is dry. It's time to assemble. We are one piece, 2 bolts, and a little bit of spray paint away from being finished. I'll tighten up these 2 bolts, give them a little bit of paint. We'll go for a test drive. And here's the hitch bolted on. Everything's tight. It's ready to ride. But I'm gonna put a flat black ball in there as soon as I paint it. I got this old school ball. I'm gonna paint it up. It came off the new to us old Craftsman. It came off of this one. There's one on the back for pulling stuff, and there was one on the front, I guess, for when you get stuck. Now it's on the back of mine. The hitch is completely done. I just sprayed the hardware green. The flat black ball is on. Let it dry for a few more minutes. We'll go for a test drive. Maybe pull a trailer with it. Up next, I want to put some horns on this guy. I took some horns off that green Silverado that I made the first truck bed trailer out of. I'm gonna try to put the horns on right now. And good news, the horns are both bolted in. They're ready to be wired up. And look at the wiring, green and brown. It's meant to be. And I've got this switch. This switch I bought for the dune buggy. Never used it. Honk, honk. I'm right here under the hood testing the horns. One's loud, the other's loud. Put them together and out of tune, they're obnoxiously loud. Maybe we should put a third. So this mower came with a hole here. They didn't use it from the factory. It had this plug in it. I popped the plug out, put the button in. And if we go down to the wiring, on the wiring, I use this. That way I get the car show. If the kids keep tooting horn, I can unplug it. Uh-oh, the horn broke. Kids like to play on these at the car show. Look at that, found me a red jerry can. That's gonna ride good right there. I mean, how often do you need to carry a battery? Oh, what about my ammo can? And then not only LEDs, but my seat is rusting away. Every time I pick it up, every time I put it down, a bunch of rust crumbs. I gotta find a way to fix that. And the only thing I could think of, take this old metal tractor seat. This came with the Motomo when I bought it. Paint it army green. What do you think, would that work? So this reflector, that's as clean as it's going to get. It's time to put the plastic back in. The grill's all busted up, but the plastic is just like perfect. So this guy has knobbies on the back, John Deere's tires on the front. 12.5 Briggs just got put on. It's got a 6-inch pulley in the back and a brand new 91-inch belt. Here goes. There's been a lot of comments about when you get the John Deere going again. I just cleaned up the wheels. I'll go stick those on, roll it over to the garage. Maybe in the next episode.
Yeah.
John's got his tires and wheels back on. I've got to find 4 E-clips, but the tires and wheels are back on. And the good news, I get 3 jack stands back. They've been gone for the last few months under John.